Insane obsession. In the heart of the ancient Oyo Kingdom, where the golden sun kissed the vast fields of yam and the rivers whispered secrets to the trees, lived a man named Adewale. He was a skilled hunter, strong as the Iroko tree and sharp-eyed as the falcon. His prowess in the forests was unmatched, and his name was sung in praise by the villagers. Yet despite his strength and status, his heart was restless, ensnared by an obsession so deep it threatened to consume him. That obsession was Adesewa, the village beauty. She was the daughter of the great chief Olakunle, a woman whose beauty could make the moon jealous and the stars tremble. Her laughter was like the melody of a flute, and her steps were as graceful as a gazelle's. Every young man in the kingdom dreamed of winning her heart, but Adesewa was not one to be easily swayed. But Adesewa had always seen him as nothing more than a childhood friend. Adewale had loved Adesewa since they were children, watching her from afar, yearning for her smile, her touch, her love. She admired his strength, respected his skill, but her heart belonged elsewhere, to Ifedayo, the gentle and wise son of the village healer. Ifedayo was everything Adewale was not, soft-spoken, patient, and deeply attuned to the spiritual world. While Adewale chased beasts in the wild, Ifedayo sat beneath the baobab tree, listening to the whispers of the ancestors. Where Adewale fought with strength, Ifedayo used wisdom, and it was Ifedayo who had captured Adesewa's heart. When the news broke that Adesewa and Ifedayo were to be married, Adewale's world shattered. His love for her was no longer admiration, it became an obsession. He refused to accept the reality that she would never be his. It was not just love anymore, it was a maddening need to possess her, to claim her as his own. The village prepared for the grand wedding, but Adewale's heart darkened with each passing day. He could not bear the thought of her in another man's arms. His mind spiraled into madness, and he resolved that if he could not have Adesewa, no one else would. One moonless night, Adewale sought the aid of an old sorceress who lived deep in the forbidden forest. "I want Adesewa," he declared. She was feared by many a woman who spoke with spirits and dealt in dark magic. "Make her mine." The sorceress studied him with knowing eyes. "Love cannot be forced, Adewale. What you desire is not love, it is madness." "I do not care," he growled. "Give me what I ask." The sorceress sighed and handed him a small black calabash. "Pour this into her drink and she will be yours. But beware, for love gained through deceit carries a heavy curse." Adewale, blinded by obsession, took the calabash without hesitation. On the eve of Adesewa's wedding, a grand feast was held. The village was alive with song and dance. Adesewa, dressed in rich Ankara cloth, glowed with happiness. Ifedayo sat beside her, his eyes filled with love. Adewale saw his chance. Under the cover of the celebration, he slipped the potion into Adesewa's palm wine. He watched heart-pounding as she lifted the cup to her, but just as she was about to drink, a sudden gust of wind blew, knocking the cup from her hands. The calabash shattered on the ground, and the liquid seeped into the earth. The air turned heavy. The wind howled through the village like an angry spirit. The sorceress's warning echoed in Adewale's mind. Love gained through deceit carries a heavy curse. That night, Adewale fled into the forest, tormented by nightmares. He saw Adesewa's face in the shadows, heard her laughter turn into wails of sorrow. The spirits of the ancestors whispered his crime into the wind, and soon the village knew of his betrayal. When Adesewa learned what Adewale had done, her heart ached, not with love, but with sorrow. "Oh, Adewale," she whispered, standing at the edge of the forest where he had disappeared. "You could have been my friend, but you let your obsession destroy you." The elders decreed that Adewale would be exiled, never to return. It is said that he roamed the forests, his mind lost to the spirits, forever chasing the shadow of a love that was never his. And so Adesewa and Ifedayo were married under the full moon, their love pure and untainted. The village rejoiced, but deep in the wilderness, the whispers of a madman could still be heard. A man consumed by an insane obsession.